This video is part of our series on gardening without plastic. I'm going to talk about using bamboo and sisal twine for trellising. You can see here we have indeterminate tomatoes. This is a type of tomato that will grow to an undefined height. And here we need to contain them to at least 8 or 10 feet of growth, and we found that bamboo, sisal twine make a great combination. Let me show you how we set this up. First off, we put one bamboo stake between each tomato. The tomatoes are about 2 feet apart, and so these bamboo stakes are also about 2 feet apart. The bamboo is a local product. We harvest this from a neighboring farm who mistakenly planted bamboo. It can be invasive, and so I might not necessarily recommend planting it, but in many parts of the US you can find it available for free if you're willing to go out and harvest it. To harvest the bamboo, we simply take a loppers, large pruners, and we cut off the bottom of the plant and cut off the top, whatever height we need, and then trim the branches. And it just takes a few minutes per pole, and it's a fun family project if you have kids who like to put machetes in their hand, which I do. So, but what we do then is we simply shove them in the ground. I don't use a post pounder or any tool. And then we're going to tie these to a wire running across the top of the greenhouse. And so here you can see we've tied bamboo, in this case, to a truss, a cross tie here, and we've also tied it to the wire here where there's not a cross tie. So if you have cross ties, you may as well tie it to those too. But that wire at top is going to give extra support to it. If you have shorter tomatoes, then certainly that top wire isn't needed. Or if you want to use this system for peas and to trellis other shorter crops. The next part of the system then is the sisal twine. And this is standard baler twine, but this is an untreated type. Many baler twines now are made of plastic or will have coloring added to them. This is just simply untreated, all natural sisal twine. And we like to buy it in smaller rolls so that we can pick it up and move it around with us. Go to the farm supplies and you'll see it in quite large rolls that difficult for one person to move, and I will list some supplier options for this product here, but it certainly smells good. This is one of the reasons I like to use plastic alternatives, is simply the touch and the aesthetics. So let me show you how we start this off. The first pole at the end, we still use conduit. This is 3/4 inch EMT, or electrical conduit. The bamboo would tend to bow and crack in the middle here because this is where all your pressure is with the line going down the run. And what we'll do is we'll simply tie this off here. You can see I've already tied some off. I'll show you the knot that we use. Simple shoe knot here. And then we will leave our shoe halfway bow tied so that at the end of the season we have one pull, and then we can undo our twine like this. If you over tie your knot, you can simply cut that off with a knife too. So then we will we'll run this twine all across the length of the greenhouse here, and you can see about every 12 inches, about every week or two, we're going to add more twine, and we're going to sandwich the crop. In this case, it's tomatoes. We also do this same system with peas and some other crops, where we're going to sandwich the crop between our sisal twine. What I do, because these poles are so tall, it's hard to get your arm up and wrap the twine all the way down. What we do is we'll walk along 3 or 4 paces, maybe 15, 20 feet or so, then cut the twine so we have 15 or 20 feet of length we're working with at a time. and then we'll simply wrap that twine around here, and we don't have to worry about trying to get all the way up and down the pole. One of the advantages of this system is that it's all decomposable. The bamboo should last multiple seasons, but when it's at the end of its life cycle, you could, in theory, chop it up and add it to your compost. We have woody compost that we put kale stalks and more fibrous plants in, and we will add bamboo to that compost heap. Then tomatoes go in their own separate compost heap too. And the Sisal twine is fully decomposable too, and we'll put it in that what we call our woody compost heap, and in time that will break down and be much easier to deal with and better on the conscience than throwing away plastic.